Guys, today I'll be answering this question of how do your unresolved trauma lead you to being a toxic relationship magnet? By unresolved trauma here means that let's say you went through some horrible experiences in the past. It might be sexual abuse, might be neglect, or you were just brought up in this environment where all you see was being hurt by those people you care about. Maybe your caregivers, your siblings. Why is it that? How does it lead you to become a toxic relationship magnet? Actually, the main reason is when you are brought up in this kind of environments, you tend to develop negative beliefs about yourself. When someone you care about, someone you depend on, because when you're a kid, you have to depend on someone. Like we have to be conditioned in some way, in some sense, to grow. Like we get conditioned depending on the environment we are brought up in. So when you're conditioned, you tend to develop beliefs about yourself, and these beliefs can go in something like love is a place of perseverance, or for me to have a healthy relationship, or for me to be treated well, I need to allow others to take advantage of me, or I don't need to have boundaries in life because when I have boundaries, I'm becoming selfish. So all those instances which will draw you to or to toxic relationship, or draw you to relationship where people are exploiting you or people are using you for their own needs, is because deep inside you think that that's how it's supposed to be. Like you were brought up in this environment, so you know that there is nothing beyond it. Like let's say you are a lady, and then you brought up in an environment where your mom was mistreated by your dad, so you feel that the only way, the best relationship is the one where someone is mistreating you, because that is now a sign of love, sign of taking care of you. Like they might be physically abusing you, but because you were so brought up in that environment, you will tend to draw the same environment. That's why it's all about the aspect of familiarity. What was familiar to you in the past? So if it was the trauma you went through in the past, because it was familiar, being hurt, being neglected, you will tend to draw the familiar, because to the mind, the familiar is a safe environment. Yes, it's not safe logically, but the mind doesn't see it that way. It sees from patterns or habits. So to the mind, it will draw you to the same instances, because it feels that those are the instances you can handle, or those are the instances where you perform better, or where you've gotten used to. And when you've gotten used to something, it doesn't matter if it's bad or good, you will want to experience it. So all these negative beliefs will always find ways in the present moment to reinforce themselves. And finding ways is now getting pulled to this toxic relationship. It's like this subconscious pull towards a toxic relationship. If you find a healthy relationship, you will find ways to sabotage it, because you really feel that it's not it's not safe. You'll feel it's unsafe. Like this person doesn't call you as much. This person doesn't do this to you. But when you find a toxic relationship, or you are being betrayed, you'll feel, this is it. This is now safer. I like it. It's exciting. So your unresolved issues will draw you to relationships which bring, or which lead to more unresolved issues, or which are similar to the things you went through in the past. Because in most relationships, you'll find that you are drawn to someone who's similar to your mom, or someone who's similar to your dad, because that's what you saw. That's how you perceive on a deeper level that the relationships are supposed to be. So unless you really resolve these unresolved issues, you will find yourself drawing unhealthy relationships or toxic relationships in life, because it's a pattern. And to break free from that pattern, you have to work on resolving those issues, or you have to work on breaking free from those subconscious beliefs you've developed because of past experiences. So if you find yourself in this pattern of attracting toxic, and you don't really know what to do, like you read books about red flags, you really read them, you know that they are toxic, you know that they are cheating on you, you know that they are lying to you, but you can't really seem to figure out why you keep drawing them. It means that that pattern is subconscious. It's beyond your current level of awareness, and no amount of reading, no amount of willing yourself that this time round I will leave if they do this will keep you away. You just have to work on the underlying issues, because without you working on them, you'll keep drawing the same relationship. But once you work on those things, it doesn't really take years and years, no. As long as you're committed, it can take a very, very brief period of time, even a few hours, to break free. And now you can live this life where the things which happen in the present moment are not dictated by your conditioning or by how you were brought up. It's more like you have choice now. You have choice to see that this thing is hurtful to me and I'm not doing that. This thing is good for me and I'm doing it. That's what therapy is all about. It's all about bringing choice back to your life. But when you've not worked on your unresolved issues or your root causes, you will feel that you have no choice but to stick to the toxic relationship, because you feel that if you don't stick to them, you'll end up being alone, you'll end up hurting them, you'll never find love, or all those negative beliefs which reinforce the reason why you need to stick to toxic relationships. So, working on your unresolved issues or your childhood trauma or your traumas is a great step to breaking free from these toxic relationship patterns for good. Until next time, guys, if you found that informative, have a wonderful day.